ladies and gentlemen, we need to talk about what the hell just happened here in the Daytona 500. So the Daytona 500 just wrapped up. It is going on in the background in my living room, and William Byron is your Daytona 500 champion under dubious circumstances, and I will stand on that hill till the day I die. That finish was absolutely ridiculous. But before we get to that, we got to talk about the race at large. It was a pretty solid Daytona 500. I mean, the first 100 laps were kind of underwhelming, and then the last 92 laps, or the last 92 laps until the big ass wreck happened. Yeah, that was pretty good. But then the big one happened. Bill Byron getting a push from Mr. Alex Bowmid, which caused them to get into Mr. Brad Papowski. That got into Logano, and that at large just kind of, killed the field. After the crash happened, it was a 4-to-go restart. Looked like the Hendrick cars were pretty much going to control the field, and then they came off of turn 4. Corey LaJoie tried to get underneath Austin Cindric. Cindric threw a block. Chastain tried to go underneath Byron. Byron threw a little bit of a block, which then turned Cindric and Chastain across the infield grass with about maybe 100 feet to the start-finish line. Now, NASCAR has a precedent that, they throw the caution whenever something, happens right before the start-finish line. They've done it before. They've done it at Talladega. They've done it at Daytona. Also inconsistently in other Daytona 500s before, but never before where they wrecked before the start-finish line have they just not thrown it. I don't understand the decision. And then also we got to talk about Alex Bowman, who was the leader at the time of caution. Post-editing Clabel here, they actually proved that Byron was ahead at the line. I apologize. Now, this is just a whole steamy turd of a race, and I really don't want to go off about it any more than I need to. This doesn't need to be a 16-minute video where I just reiterate the same points over and over and over again. My main gripe with how today's Daytona 500 ended is really about inconsistency. NASCAR has proven again that they are the kings of being consistently inconsistent. As I showed, they sometimes are hovering over the button, and sometimes they aren't. And I'd appreciate it as a fan of the sport for for more than half of my life. I'd appreciate some level of consistency. Personally, with under 5 to go, throw it for anything. That's always been my rule of thumb. If you're going to go for the whole entertainment aspect of the sport, why not just throw it for everything with under 5 to go or under 10 to go or under 20 to go, especially under 10 to go in a super speedway race. Just try to be more consistent, NASCAR. Please. Please. If this is a sign of things to come for this season, I'm really going to be disappointed. This race was really solid. And I'm not going to waste your guys' time anymore. I'm going to give this Daytona 500 a 6 out of 10 on the scale here today. The race itself was fine. We had the huge wreck. That was pretty spectacular. I think Briscoe got a top 10. I'm not too sure. I haven't. It's funny. I'm literally, this is off the fly. I don't have the fucking results in front of me. Hope you guys enjoyed the Daytona 500. I thought it was a solid race with a very disappointing end, just like me in bed. And I hope to see you guys next week, as I'm going to try and do another one of these reviews for Atlanta. God, Atlanta. Anyways, see you guys in the next one. Take care.